This is a very serious subject. Not only is it personal, but it ties in to what's going on today with the feminists and a lot of shit that's going on in mainstream media, right? And the Me Too movement, yeah, we already know. So, this is why I stopped listening to Tyler Perry. So, to get this knocked out the way, before I was an anime fanatic, I was hooked on Tyler Perry. I was obsessed with all forms of his media. I listened to all his plays. Not every single one. But the ones I did listen to, which were more than a handful, I knew all the words to. I knew all the voice actors. I knew David Mann was an incredible dancer. And I knew LaVan Davis was one of the main roles on House of Pain. So yeah, I know my shit. Diary of a Mad Black Woman is a very well produced movie, but the point is, I think we've all can relate to a Tyler Perry film. Like Deadbeat Dad, the family drama, the affairs, the abuse of a black male, and I'm gonna tell you that it's all bullshit. Every single last one. It sounds like an arrogant statement, but this that reality is that Tyler Perry is a very feminine person, and he doesn't give men enough credit in his forms of media. He had one film that stood out that actually dealt with the problems that's going on today. The woman stealing the kids from the men, and nobody in their right mind had the right to call him out on him. And I stopped listening to him for a very good reason. What happened was, this correlates to me living with my uncle, and my uncle being my sister's brother knows that my dad is technically a deadbeat. And I say technically because he doesn't pay most of their child support. I'm grown now, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, he sleeps with a bunch of another woman, and he fucked up. I'm not saying it makes him a great person, but at the same time, as I got older, I realized a whole lot of flaws between my uncle's character. He doesn't have the best experience with women either. You see, my uncle is a fake alpha. He is a leader, but he leads a small group of minorities that he knows he can control. He's not one to take chances. He's not. What I'm saying is, he's not masculine enough to do the shit that my dad can do and get away with it. He may be able to do it something he's passionate about, but he's not multi-dimensional like my dad. And he keeps on blaming my dad for being a deadbeat, this and that. I was growing up with the mentality that my dad really, really sucked. Well, every time I hung out with my dad, I had a good time. Even though he wasn't doing much, he was charismatic. I laughed. And I know it doesn't matter in the long run. But here's the thing. How it relates to Tyler Perry is, yeah, it's always the same message. The deadbeat, the deadbeat, the deadbeat. But they never puts emphasis on the woman. And that's what pisses me off. And thing is, I love Tyler Perry, not just for the concept that I can relate to him, but because of everything that he impacted. Love the comedy with Medea. I loved how he can change his voice. I liked all the aspects of his video. I love the musical numbers. I was like every aspect. I wasn't focused on one aspect, and that shit pissed me off because his films got more ridiculous, more stupid, more freaking drama based instead of actually multi-dimensional based, because that's why I didn't like the have and haves not. And it's the thing is, this society will praise Tyler Perry for talking about how fucking cruel and how stupid men can be when they don't know how fucking maniacal women can be. And that's why I say go back to the same thing. And it's like, man, my uncle was way out of line. And the thing is, he's way out of line. Yeah, my dad may have slept with a lot of women. Yeah, my dad may have fucked up and shit like that. But he's so out of line because in reality, he keeps on telling me, "Oh, he ain't shit." But he was a veteran. He was a very sick man. His mind was corrupted by the military. He loved the military. I'm like, you have to be on one. To love it to the fact that if you get kicked out, he came back. And he came back so many times that it, I don't know, did translate to him being a man? No. Just because you were in the military, just because someone died in front of you, doesn't make you a man. It doesn't make you masculine. It doesn't make you anything. To me, that's the equivalent of you not accepting reality and you just want life to be spontaneous and shit like that. You know, and my uncle was really obese, but he wasn't always obese. He was very, very strong back in the military. And every time I talk about it, I see his pictures. He has evidence that he used to be great, but that's the thing, he used to be. And my dad, to this day, is still, like, flowing around. But my uncle's living with my grandma, so I don't know what... Put two and two together. Like, someone who's flowing around is still finding a way to live life versus someone who stays at home with his mom. And I'm gonna let y'all debate on that. Like, that's very personal, but this is why I don't like Tyler Perry. Because in all realities, my uncle was talking shit out of his ass because talking about, oh, he's a deadbeat, when he's not the one who graduated from high school. He didn't graduate from college. My dad graduated with an electronic degree from a college. So he was very, very smart. He was a player. He had all this shit going for him, but he knew the rules of the game. And my uncle wanted to be the lover boy, and he got fucked over by a woman. One good woman he found got fucked over by a bad chick that he found that he had my cousin with, and he's not proud of that. You know what I'm saying? That bad woman flattened his car. And the thing is, when my dad, he had, I'm not saying that hasn't happened to him, but he can get back on his feet and he can finesse a white woman like, it's very sad. But the reality is, the reason why my uncle was so heavy on my dad was because he was jealous of him the whole time. Yeah, being a veteran is cool. Being able to master your identity is cool, but that's what my dad's been doing. And I'll get back on topic with Tyler Perry, is that's why I don't fuck with him, because I was brainwashed that men were just fucking mindless idiots, and that's what the media wants you to fucking think. And that guy with Dia's little girls, how he has to keep his calm around the woman. She spat in his face, took his kids, knew everything. They don't fucking advertise that. Like, they don't advertise women being the problem. And I've learned that personally myself. That I'm not proud of this, but I pumped and dumped a chick and I accepted the baby, but after I did that, she never saw me again. And she gives me hints here and there that, oh, we have a kid, but she doesn't want to do anything about it. She doesn't want to keep in contact with me. And I've learned that sometimes it's not the dad's fault. There'll be some real ass dads out there who try to take care of their kids, but their baby mamas won't let them. Like my baby mama, she never let me do shit because she didn't want me being his life. She just wanted to claim my semen. She wanted my strong genes, and that was it. She didn't like me for me. And a lot of girls are out there who are like that, and it pisses me the fuck off because it's like, yo, our men are always the default, and then we see this Me Too movement going on. I'm like, bruh, this is the shit that Tyler Perry should be advertising. This is the shit Tyler Perry should be now. I'm done with his same one-dimensional media, always blaming the men for fucking everything. That's because you grew up with a woman. I grew up with a woman too. I grew up with fucking fake men, which is worse than women because they're more stronger than women, but their mentality is that of a woman, and you can't have that mentality when you're a fucking guy. It's that simple. And freaking Medea, all that shit, man. It's like, bruh, it's out of pocket because he knows it's just easy money at this point. And the have and have-nots is supporting homosexuality, and that's one of the few scenes I'm like, how they're pretending that this guy wasn't gay. That's the only scene I found. Now that didn't make me shut it off, but all the other scenes were just gossip and drama and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? There's no even lesson to this. There is through life experience. It's kind of diverse. I get the fact that it's different, but why? Why can't you support men? Not just one dimension of men getting fucked over. Why can't you just make both of them smart at the same fucking time? And he doesn't do that. He knows what's gonna make money. He knows that they're gonna give into the feminist bullshit, so he keeps on making media supporting feminists. And it's like, bro, Lutrix, you don't talk about. All you do is watch anime. I'm like, you don't know me. I used to listen to Temptations. I listen to Marvin Gaye. I used to be old school, and that's why I fucking couldn't fit in. Like, I grew up with parents that were at least 35 when they had me, so they're all old school all the way. So all these spoiled suburban kids don't know shit what I've been through. And this is all this shit I'm trying to tell you. This whole feminist bullshit and freaking men trying to be fake women because if they be masculine, the society is gonna judge them. All that is bullshit. We need to explain that. That is all fucking wrong. Men shouldn't have to mask their masculinity. They shouldn't have to use street code to get a woman, because when they actually have self-esteem and when they actually have what women want, the jealous fucking pussy beta males, as they call it, shouldn't have to butt in and shouldn't have to fucking collaborate to take them down, because what they're doing is pure, what they're doing is being real. They shouldn't have to be fake in order to get what's real. That is what is truly wrong in our society. We have to fake being happy. We have to fake this shit. We have to tell bits and pieces that's gonna be appealing to the general public instead of what's the actual truth. And really, the thing with Tyler is, I can't fuck with him, and I never will again. I have to stop, like, fuck with that source of entertainment. And, you know, there's a lot more shit out there, like, to view. In a short story, this is why I quit listening to Tyler Perry, and this is Blue Tricks. I want you all to have a nice day.